Hi, I'm Jessa.
And I'm Alex. And this is Jessa and Alex Watch.
Loki, episode 2, The Variant.
Variation.
Variation.
I'm excited to see what happens next.
Yeah, same. We had a lot of setup last episode. Although we were texting the next day.
We never talked. We never did that phone call.
We never did. That's fine. We were texting the other day and we both had picked up on Loki calling it an illusion, saying this isn't real. I've been wondering if they're like
playing a little real.
Yeah, playing a little game with that. I also had like a wild theory that Loki is in hell and he is being forced to like confront all of these like alternative versions of himself. It's like no exit. Hell is other people, but for Loki, hell is himself.
I love
my
that
Star Trek
theory
fans out there.
No, that was a great theory. I think it's fun. I don't know if
I don't think it's that, but
it could be.
I really like it.
We haven't proven it or disproven it this point.
That's true. That would just be called I had to take a lot of theater history classes.
Script analysis was in my program.
Love to read
fan
French
fiction
playwrights. Or that.
I knew you weren't going to say, but I also feel like fan fiction is always here to prepare you for the least possible, most interesting option.
I mean, it's an AU. WandaVision was, obviously, was a massive AU.
Yeah.
Alternate universe for those of you who may not
spend a lot of time reading
fanfic. So of course, WandaVision started out as a massive AU, and in-game created all these AUs. So that's where we are with Loki. Anything else? Okay, can't wait to see Loki and the variant. I've heard that possibly we're going to have old and or lady Loki.
Ooh, I would love both of those. Ready, set, play. Oh, we're at the Ren Fair. I'm just kidding. I'm sure we're at the actual Renaissance.
It does. That definitely is a Ren. Oh, it is a Ren Fair.
Some of us need this,
Wow, never related so much to an extra.
Okay, but this fall we are going to the Ren Fair.
Yes. I'm just gonna get a big pass because I just want to live there. Ooh, what's happening? Why eyes glow green?
Is she Loki? Oh, what a song.
This song is amazing. I'm sorry it can't be in the cut.
Oh, taking her with. Then.
Honestly, impressed that all of her hair fit in that helmet.
Yeah, maybe they have Time Lord technology and the helmet is on the inside.
Ooh, I love this opening thing.
Me too.
Wow, they really started off on a high. I'm like pumped up.
Okay, y'all. What is it?
Loki in a tragic little cubicle.
Right, and that would lead to the destruction of the timeline.
Right.
And the
Look at you, like this tiny little time.
Whereas duplication casting entails recreating an exact facsimile of one's own body in its present circumstance, which acts as a true holographic mirror of its molecular structure.
Duh.
But you already knew that.
Take a breath. Noted. We're gonna break into two teams.
Did you know that though? Like, did you get it all?
Keep that focus.
This dynamic is very fun.
Yeah, they're great matching energy. I mean, not matching.
Contrasting.
It goes well together.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
What do you see?
I see a scheme. And in that scheme, I see myself.
Enough.
Just as you underestimate this lesser Loki, which is why you walk into one wolf's mouth after another.
Only Loki is jealous of his other self.
Eventually, we'll catch the other one doing the same thing because understanding this Loki helps me get closer to the one we're chasing, right?
if you're smarter than Loki.
I'm 10 steps ahead of you. I've been playing a game of my own all along.
Loki, I'm really nervous that you're not. I really, I'm rooting for you to be better than this, but
Let me park you at this desk, and don't be afraid to really lean into this work. Here's a good trick for you. Pretend your life depends on it. I'm gonna get a snack.
Imagine working in an office pre-computer and
no, I don't want to imagine.
you couldn't have your phone to mess around on. There's no podcast. You're just literally sitting there with a pile of paper and
goodness.
a typewriter.
Don't tell me the variant ambushed and killed another team of Minutemen.
Do your homework, Loki.
Nexus events happen when someone does something they're not supposed to do, right?
Funny little gesture there.
What am I looking at?
Okay, it was a clumsy metaphor, but you see what I mean.
No, I got it. I'm you, Loki.
A
You were
tidal
very
wave could
clear.
be a meteor, it could be a volcano, a supernova, because the timeline's not going to branch. Because it gets destroyed. Could be hiding in the apocalypse and do whatever he wants, and we wouldn't know.
But why does he then pop out?
To do what his ultimate goals are. His point isn't just to hide, surely.
Well, here's a fun theory. You lure me out into the field, and then you stab me in the back. And that's a theory I don't want to test.
I've never stabbed anyone in the back.
Pompeii. Sorry, that was me thinking about the Doctor Who episode that takes place in Pompeii and thinking, oh no, we already have a time traveler there. But I just didn't say it out loud. I just thought all
You
of
just said Pompeii with glee.
that. Yeah.
Oh, come on. It's cool.
No, it is cool, but it's just not good.
This was you a second
We're
ago.
all going to die anyway.
Yes.
Can create a huge branch.
Oh, Mobius.
No,
No,
because
it's a fixed point.
duh. Don't you understand this? You are a Time Lord.
Loki!
Enjoy your last meal while you can. Nothing matters.
So
Nothing has any consequence. Dance while you still can.
wow. Was this filmed the day that they let you out of quarantine?
Mystical realm beyond the stars. Frost giants. Listen to
It's not
yourself.
the same. It's completely
No,
different.
No,
It's not the same.
Actually, it's exactly the same thing. Because if you think too hard about where any of us came from, who we truly are, it sounds kind of ridiculous.
Is this a commentary on the sadness of our office lives? Because it's depressing and it should stop.
So, when they're finished, what happens then?
So are we. No more Nexus events, just order, and we meet in peace at the end of.
But I'm with Loki on this one. Why? Then.
You have candy on Asgard?
Yeah. Grapes, nuts.
Oh, you're so bitter. Come on, you don't see me usually this worked up, right?
Maybe
I'm
she's
excited.
Loki.
I'm chomping at the
Be
bit.
amazing.
Because
I would-
he could be in any form he wants to be.
That's
So
true.
what if the future Loki, this current Loki wouldn't know, but one of the other variants has already achieved this Loki is trying to achieve and is in there.
Just in case.
Absolutely not. So keep an eye out for the missing charges.
To
And if you
erase
see
the original
a Loki-
timeline completely
Prune it.
so that he never becomes good and dies at Thanos' hand.
Maybe. I'm sorry, 2050 is frankly a little too close for me. I already deal 2020 in my lifetime, so I'd like you to predict a little bit of years past, okay? Let my grandchildren deal with that.
That's why I want him with me.
You are more than welcome to go back.
Okay,
to
we
the
should have
TVA
really
and litigate with Red
discussed
Slayer, but
before we
right
got
now-
here.
Correct.
Loki isn't stupid. He's gonna figure out you're here.
Could that be you?
I mean, I probably would have won a suit, but yes, maybe. Me, I presume.
Please. If anyone's anyone, you're me.
Loki.
Oh, bless. Are you going to call your little friends for help?
What a great day player job. You get to be Loki for a day.
I'm going to overthrow the Timekeepers.
Duh.
I could use a qualified lieutenant.
Don't offer yourself a subservient role.
You
Loki.
know Loki yourself, right? You know yourself.
You can call me Randy.
God, I don't understand why Thor found this so annoying. Listen,
You really do love to hear yourself talk.
you're not the first person to tell me.
What?
Loki, focus. Maybe this isn't Loki. Maybe it's Hela.
This isn't about you.
Rad. Oh, they're erasing the...
They're all going to the TVA.
Somebody just bombed the sacred timeline.
Wow. She Loki.
Lady Loki.
Is that what it's called?
Called.
Hulk, Lady Loki.
Yes.
My bad. Interesting. I think it's fascinating that they chose a blonde actress.
I was thinking that too. That was a very plot episode, which I'm glad because the first one was all set up. So I'm glad we got. I was really worried they were going to not reveal the variant, and I was prepping to be really annoyed that they were going to drag that out. So I'm glad I revealed her.
Yeah. As soon as they closed up on the like cinched corset, I was like, who we working with today?
Well, Nexus says Nexium?
Nexus.
Keep coming up that showed up a tiny bit in WandaVision in one of the commercials. It was a detergent or a cereal.
Oh, good catch.
Yeah, which apparently it's a whole, like, in the comics there's a whole thing about like Nexus beings, and it's something I don't remember. I read it, something about the way that time like pivots on them or whatever, and Wanda is a Nexus person. We talked about the Nexus events in the last episode a little bit, and we're going more into it, so interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So she bombed the timeline. Don't really understand how that works, since I mean, it makes sense if she just sent those to Era, that would make...
I think, well, they said that they bombed like the prime timeline, so I'm guessing maybe the timeline the Timekeepers are, or that main timeline. Maybe it's just, I
think it's just about how she destroyed the single sacred timeline so that it went back to being all the alternate universes, which is why we saw in that graph all the spiraling off timelines.
Okay, yeah.
She ruined what the Timekeepers did to combine it into one timeline that they approved, and so she bombed it. So now there are alternate universes again. Maybe.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Maybe
I'll have to watch this episode again.
Some guy with a headshot. I'm sorry, I'm still bitter about the Quicksilver thing.
So am I, but we'll grow from this.
Keep moving.
Like their whole discussion of heaven and hell and what the universe is for and good and evil, and is it a fate-based universe, and if so, do we have no control over our life? And
obviously Loki does not like feeling like someone else has control over their life.
He doesn't even like the idea of himself controlling himself.
Right, which is why she bombed the timeline, so that no one controls them.
But if we're talking about a being that is operating outside of time but didn't create us, So we're not talking about like God.
So then they're just like an interloper.
Right. So, but like, why do they care about humans or humankinds or the universe at all, and that our timeline goes well? If they, like, who created them and gave them that task? Why do they care? Why would they go through the effort of hiring a whole team to make sure that our universe operates the way it's supposed to? If our universe doesn't matter and it's just there, are they just bored?
Maybe.
What's the point of everything? Are they kids with Barbies? They're all Loki. Honestly, that would make sense. If I went to the little timeline and then we saw at the end that the 3 people in charge were all Loki, then I would understand why they did it. Okay? Only Loki would do it.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah, now that Loki gave me an existential crisis. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow our Instagram. Starting next week, I'll be jumping into the boys. So this is your last chance. No, it's not. You can come in at any time. I'm gonna save them to the story. I'm gonna figure out how to use Instagram. You know, ooh, exciting. But I'm gonna really getting into the boys next week because I'm curious and I want to watch it. And I'll start doing Instagram story updates about my watch through of. So follow our Instagram, Jessa and Alex Watch.
Cool.
And follow our channel.
Just a little analytics talk for you all. About 80% of our viewers are not subscribed to our channel. We love that you're here. We love that you're watching, but we would also super love if you subscribed because, well, the YouTube algorithm is a great big beast and it thinks nobody wants to see our videos if you're not subscribed, if you're not watching. So we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell so that you know when we upload new material. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now
that the chips are down. Can you imagine the rudeness of being an actor and having to look the same pre-COVID and after COVID because you're doing the same thing?
You're like, so I feel like Loki is kind of like into caftans.
Right. For the rest of the show, Loki can be wearing like a poncho.